When the rest of the world stumbled through darkness, a single city blazed like a second sun. Here merchants from 3 continents crossed paths. Here scholars rewrote the laws of science. Here the wisdom of Greece, India, Persia, and China fused into a new civilization. This is the story of the Abbasid Caliphate, the empire of light that ignited the Islamic Golden Age. In 750 CE, the Umayyad dynasty, the first great Islamic empire, was crumbling. Its courts overflowed with luxury, while distant provinces seethed with resentment. Among the rebels stood a secretive branch of the Prophet's family, the Abbasids, descendants of Muhammad's uncle Al-Abbas. From Khorasan to the banks of the Tigris, whispers spread, a new house will rise, a house of justice. Under the banner of black, their armies surged westward. At the Battle of the Great Zab, Umayyad power shattered. The Abbasids seized the caliphate, promising a rule of equality and knowledge. But the victors faced a question. Where should this newborn empire plant its heart? Caliph al-Mansur, the empire's second ruler, sought a capital untouched by old rivalries. He chose a bend of the Tigris River, a place of date palms and merchant caravans. Here he ordered a city unlike any the world had seen, a perfect circle 2 kilometers wide, 4 great gates, walls of sun-baked brick, and at its center the shining palace of the Golden Gate. Baghdad, Madinat as-Salam, the city of peace, was born. Within decades, it would eclipse Constantinople and Chang'an as the most dazzling metropolis on earth. By the 9th century, caravans from China, India, Africa, and Europe poured through Baghdad's gates. Merchants spoke dozens of languages: Persian, Greek, Berber, Sanskrit. Gold dinars rang like music as spices perfumed the air. Cinnamon from Ceylon, frankincense from Arabia, amber from the Baltic. The Tigris carried ships laden with dates and glass. Camel trains brought gems from Central Asia. Baghdad was not merely a city. It was the world's clearinghouse of culture and commerce, and wealth-fueled curiosity. Rich patrons craved more than luxury. They hungered for knowledge. Caliph al-Mamun founded the Beit al-Hikmah, House of Wisdom, a palace library and research institute unrivaled until the modern age. Here, teams of translators rendered Greek philosophy, Indian mathematics, and Persian medicine into elegant Arabic. Al-Khwarizmi developed the foundations of algebra, his very name giving us the word algorithm. Al-Razi wrote medical encyclopedias that guided Europe's doctors for centuries. Astronomers charted the heavens with instruments of breathtaking precision, refining the length of a solar year more accurately than Copernicus would 600 years later. Paper, newly learned from captured Chinese artisans, made books abundant and ideas unstoppable. Baghdad became the intellectual capital of the planet. While scholars debated the cosmos, poets sang of love and longing, calligraphers transformed the written word into sacred art. Architecture blossomed, grand mosques crowned with turquoise domes, palaces inlaid with lapis lazuli. This fusion of Arab, Persian, Turkic, and Greek traditions birthed a style uniquely Abbasid. From Spain's Alhambra to Samarkand's blue tiles, their influence stretched across continents. Caliphs of Baghdad corresponded with emperors in China, kings in France, and chieftains of the Viking North. An Abbasid embassy even reached the court of Charlemagne. Their empire spanned from Morocco to the Indus, a network of trade and diplomacy holding half the known world together. Great empires rarely fall in a single stroke. By the 10th century, provincial rulers, Fatimids in Egypt, Buyids in Persia, asserted independence. Turkish mercenaries, once protectors, became kingmakers. Yet Baghdad's scholars kept the flame alive. Even as power fragmented, the city remained the beating heart of learning. In 1258, Hulagu Khan, grandson of Genghis, led a Mongol army to Baghdad's gates. The caliph refused to surrender. After a brief siege, the greatest city of its age was engulfed in fire. Chroniclers wrote that the Tigris ran black with ink and red with blood, as libraries, some holding 1 million volumes, collapsed into ashes. The Abbasid Caliphate as a world power ended, yet knowledge cannot be killed. Manuscripts survived, carried westward, planting seeds for Europe's Renaissance. Today, when we calculate with algebra, gaze at the stars through precise astronomical tables, or turn the pages of a printed book, we walk in the footsteps of the Abbasids. They proved that an empire's greatest conquest is of the mind. Empires rise and empires fall, but knowledge endures. From a circle on the Tigris sprang ideas that reshaped our world. This was the Abbasid Caliphate, an empire of light. Join us again as we journey across the empires, where every story still echoes through time.